Liverpool 1, Flamengo 0, world champions. Welcome back to Kang Bros TV. Not European champions, not English, world, bruv. World. But you know this, is this fake, bruv? Where's the gold badge, cuz? There's no gold badge on it, bruv. Bruv, can't wait to get that gold badge next season. It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
I bet New Balance are sitting there vexing it. They're like, "What? Say?" You watch? They're probably going to release a new kit before the season's out.
Imagine that.
With the gold badge, they're trying to make as much P as possible.
I don't even know if they're going to be wearing it next season, from January. I'm not sure. I think so. Maybe.
What?
From January or either the next
Oh
year.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works, but yeah, New Balance need to try and make that P before the opportunity's gone. Because Nike could probably like that, bruv.
Bobby Firmino, Bobby. Both semi-final and final, he comes to shine again. And is there anything else that the guy needs to do now to shut people up? Was there still people out there thinking, you know what, we can still do another striker, blah blah blah? Or
listen, if you said if there's anything else he can do, he can tuck 30 goals a season in the Premier League. That's what he can do. But it's just hindsight in it, because look at what he is doing and what he has done for Liverpool and that. So you can't really complain too tough. But I actually thought Flamengo were a decent side. There's some good players in there. That Everton is linked with. He's been linked with a lot of Premier League clubs. That winger was causing Trent problems. The goalkeepers played in. I think he played for Valencia, Diego Alves. I think the fullbacks both played in Europe. One played for Chelsea, one played for Bayern Munich. So they weren't no mugs. And I thought they'd done well. But I didn't feel like they were threatening too tough, as in going forward. But I just thought they were organised and they were hard. They worked hard. But it was good to get a victory and get that another trophy. Because as much as I don't really look at it and say, oh yeah, like if you say Premier League, Champions League, you see them up there, innit? And then obviously you got the Super Cups and all that sort of stuff. But it's a trophy nonetheless. You know what I mean? We talk about it all the time. People say, "Oh, you're judged on trophies." So if that is the case, then he's won 3 trophies, innit? So you can't really knock him for that.
I think that what made me laugh was that people that are not in this competition or from other clubs, they had their own opinion on this competition. Like, oh, it doesn't really mean anything. Oh, you're playing that cup. If you ask any Liverpool fan, if you ask any Flamengo fan, or the people who tuned into that game, yeah. Have you seen anyone crying at Charity Shield to do the Charity Shield, bro? No, they don't. So for me, if you ask any of those fans, that meant something to them. Even whilst I was watching it, it felt like a proper final. Yeah. I want Liverpool to go over the line, and when they did, you celebrated because you know what I'm saying. You want Liverpool to do it. So, as much as I agree with you, in comparison to the other cups, it isn't the best one. But the fact that Liverpool have gone and won it, and now you can have that status of world champions, it does mean something. And the fact that it went to extra time, that was completely all wrong. That's not what no Liverpool fan wanted, was to go into extra time and not penalties. But the fact that you go there and actually win and get over the line is totally forgotten. You know what I mean? Now the momentum carries on, the winning.
And we've said this a long time. We've said this a lot about getting used to winning and getting into finals and getting used to winning finals. And I think that's where we are slightly different now. That game, that Champions League final last year, has kind of set them up now because they know how to win finals, which is something that we haven't seen. In the past, they fell short. Klopp's fell short a few times, but now it's like, right, well, okay, we've got that winning mentality and how to get over the line, and that hopefully should kick us on to continue winning, which will be great.
I think you touched on it as well, right? As the game went on, we already know Liverpool are super fit as a team. You had people going down with hamstring injuries again from Flamengo, but we talk about Alisson and we talk about defense. Alisson again, when it counts. When he needs to do something just to reassure things, he's always there with the big saves, right? And then the same again with Big Virg. And it's not just Big Virg, but
the thing about Virgil van Dijk, is there's not enough compliments for the geezer when it comes to football. It's like whenever there's anything that goes into the box, it just calms you down. And you realise it from the semi-final. When he weren't playing, everyone was like, oh, or they could score it. But now, it's just a decision making. There was one time in the first half, and it just came to nothing. But they had it was in the guy had Virgil one-on-one, and Virgil didn't commit. He just stood off, waited for him to take a touch, and then just got the block in. And it looked like it was just like, oh, calm. That's brilliant defending, because those are the situations where you see people go and commit, and they go and make the foul, or they get beat. And it's just in my head, I was like, he's just such a he's at the top of his game at the minute. And Alisson, for me at the moment, I can't think of a goalkeeper that's better than him at the moment in the world. And I know other people start throwing Oblak in my face. De Gea, well, we've seen what he's up to at the minute. People throw Oblak in my face. Oblak's a good goalkeeper. There's no denying that he's a good goalkeeper. But for me, at the top tournaments, at the top moments, this guy's won the Copa America, whatever it is, I don't know, yeah, that is their tournament. Brazil's #1, Champions League, Super Cup, these cups, and it's clean sheets.
The thing is, we wouldn't even won the Champions League if it wasn't for Alisson that save against Napoli. As much as that big save he did against Napoli,
We wouldn't even have got through.
wouldn't have got through. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. The other one I want to give a shout out to is Jordan Henderson is a guy that we've been having our
Mixed opinions.
and we've been digging him out. But the fact when a guy plays well, we always say this: just because we have our opinions, we're not just going to keep digging people out for no reason. He actually, for the last 3-4 games now, has been consistently good. That goal came from Jordan Henderson. That assist to Mane and Mane laying it off to Bobby, that was Jordan Henderson. And it was late on in the game. Do you know what I mean? The concentration levels, and then even his levels, we all know about his energy levels throughout the whole, most of the games anyway. But the fact that now, he could be the most successful Liverpool captain, bro. What are you going to say?
No, there's nothing to say. Like I mean, and you've hit the nail on the head there. It's like credit is due. We're obviously Liverpool fans. We want him to do well, clearly, because he's a Liverpool player. He's a captain of Liverpool or whatnot. My opinion on that doesn't change. Do I see that there is a room for improvement? He's not somebody that I'm going to look at and think he's irreplaceable. I don't think that. And if you disagree with me, please tell me why. But at the moment, I don't think he's irreplaceable. Whereas if Gerrard was captain and he was in that team, you just think irreplaceable. That's my captain. We build around the captain. So he's a different type of captain, but they win. He gets them winning. And he is, the passion that he has, I actually don't think I see anybody on the pitch for Liverpool who shows as much passion as he does.
Maybe Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson, yeah. And what he done as well, by the way, yeah.
I fucking love Robbo. Every single time I see some of the stuff that they find off air or they don't show on air, I just love the guy more. The guy, his passion, it's a typical British type mentality. It was like when Mane got a booking, he said, "Don't fucking matter, I'll get him for you later. Don't worry, I'll get him." But he goes up to his face towards the end of the game as well.
He done him.
So
and I think the thing is with Henderson, he drags people along, and it kind of don't get me wrong. I think like sometimes you don't need the armband on your around your arm to be a captain. For example, Virgil. I don't think he needs the armband. He leads by example in his performance. But I think Henderson he riles people up a little bit and he gets them going. And like you said, he's been arguably one of our best players in the last couple of games. That assist, the breaking up of play, the energy levels in different temperatures, different climates, the sleeping patterns would have been fucked. Everything would have been different, and he's gone there and led by example. So absolute hats off and props to matey.
And before you say if you're going to say about anything, but I think just going on your point there, it's the respect from the other players. You can see it. They respect him as a captain, and you've heard them say it as well. So he might be a good person as a captain, but you can tell by the players they actually respect the guy. I think that's the most important thing, even as a manager. Once you have that respect, you know what I mean?
That's it.
So from when he says something, you can see the players are actually motivated by him.
And I can't wait for us to for Minamino to be eligible to play. Not just because it's he's going to be amazing. Minamino's brilliant. He's this, that, and the other. Just because we need legs. We actually need fresh legs in there. Because these mateys are playing a lot of football at high intensity. A lot of football. And it's easy for us to say as fans. And I know people are like, yeah, but they're pros, they're athletes, Mate, forget that. Some days you wake up when you go to work and you're tired, bruv. Everyone has it. Do you know what I mean? So imagine that's your job, to do that day in, day out. You're tired. You get it when you go to your normal office job. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to think there is a human being here as well. So from that element, it would be good to see some fresh faces and some fresh legs in there. Although I do think Klopp's managing it really well.
And yes, we won the game. But should it have been as difficult as it was? Because we had so many chances.
That game should have been put to bed within the first 3 minutes of that kick. 42 seconds, I think it was. It should have been. And we missed chances. But, and I did say this when I was watching it, I was like, my biggest concern is that they are going to grow into the game because they've got a lot of quality in that side, so they will grow into the game. When they did, that Barbosa up front was a threat all game. But I think I can live with that. I can live with missing chances and still being able to score a goal than missing your chances and knowing that that's it now. We won't get another chance. So, devil's advocate. Surprised to see no Genie. Surprised with that.
That baffled me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously we got Leicester, so now Genie's is a stonewall start, and you need him in there just ratting people because everyone else's energy levels. You got Milner coming on later as well, but that game was crying out for Genie. Literally was crying out for Genie for me. Like you don't really often say that about Genie because he's the top player he is. but you could tell the fatigue was setting in and the pace of the game was slowing down from Liverpool's perspective.
You just felt he could have got on the ball.
Exactly,
a bit,
could have got on the ball a bit. So, and I was totally agree with you on that one. I was watching. I was thinking,
but like it's good, Matt. The rotation and getting players games and stuff like that. Gomez is coming into it. Matip and Fabinho. Hopefully they're not too far away. I've got a feeling that Matip could be a goner for a longer term. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like Fabinho's on the way back. So yeah, good to get through that, to win and to be the champions of the world. It's coming home. It's coming home.
And what about man of the match?
Firmino, just because he did cause problems all game. He was a threat. Actually, no. I take that back. For me, I'm reluctant to say it, but I think Verge. Just because of there's bits in that game that he made look so simple, and everyone just takes it for granted. And it was like that when Suarez played for Liverpool, when he used to just bang, he used to beat a man and stick it in the top bins, and everyone would be like, "Well, you expect him to score from there?" Like, nah, you don't. He done it because he's mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby. He was just literally relentless, and even though his misses that he did, it didn't put him off his game. He was still part of everything that was going on.
And defensively, the headers that he won.
You tell me a player that does that for other teams. Yeah. There might be a few, but he's making like headers that centre back should be doing. It's mad, and he's playing up top and he's doing madness over there.
I owe an apology, so you carry on, and then I'll go into my apology.
One thing I want to say as well, we totally forgot to mention, was the referee decision. When was that, first of all, a penalty? Was it a free kick?
Yeah.
And the VAR call
to just completely overturn it.
So no, it's not even a foul. What? I'm sorry, but
I was of the mindset that if it's not a penalty, then it's a red card and a free kick, because you can't be both, right? But so if it's a penalty, then fine. But if it's not a penalty, which I'm not sure. I could live with it if you give a free kick. But to tell me that that's not a foul,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I can't get my head around that.
It's not. You can't defend that. Like I said, if it wasn't a penalty, I think most Liverpool fans would be okay, we can live with that. But to say it's not a foul when he's clear on goal, he's going to try and slot it. You think he's going to try and fall over that situation?
And he's coming from behind, and he's clipped. He would have to go through the man to get the ball control anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. And that's VAR, and that's with VAR. So this is where I'm saying, like, I just don't, But no one talks about that. Everyone talks about Liverpool getting the rub of the green. Let's put that into perspective as well. Do you know what I mean? It always, he always swings and roundabouts. My apology is to the local rivals.
No. We'll do that separately. So you can just hold that. You can watch the next video. We'll talk about that little apology that needs to be said. But anyway, so just to wrap this video up, let us know what you think about us being the world champions. Do you think it's deserved? And do you think it was worth it coming out for Liverpool to go out and win that competition? And hopefully now we can carry on the momentum. But yeah, let us know your opinions on that. So don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment.